It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got C.J. Stroud. He's currently third in the NFL in passing yards. It's the Texans and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes, that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season? That is easier said than done, but I think these two teams today both find themselves at the end of the year in that mix.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a 1st down. From the gun, here's Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
When you take a quick look at the box score, you'd think, okay, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They clearly won the game, but it wasn't the case. And what that tells me is they're just not getting enough contribution from the entire team. He had a really nice day. Some things that he still needs to clean up, but can they get better balance on the offensive side of the ball? And then, frankly, they need to make more plays on defense and get more contribution out of the special teams. This can't just be a team that puts all the pressure on the quarterback position and says, hey, go out every week and just win us the game by yourself.
On play action, here's Purdy. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On 2nd down, Stroud. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll give this to Mixon, running right. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll run here with Mixon. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. They'll run with Pierce. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Texans.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Pearsall gonna return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. He'll push forward for about a yard. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's McCaffrey. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. 14-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Third and long. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Off balance throw. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. And the defense has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. Third down, 3 to go. Schultz is the motion man. On third down, here's a run by Mixon. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down for Houston. Stroud gonna set up to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense back onto the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Man in motion here is Jennings. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Now Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Third and long. Here's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Mechie, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Pass caught. It's John Mechie. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Stroud. Taking off. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. A run here with Mixon. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the 1st half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Stroud. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We start with a great one in the AFC. Tennessee making the trip west to take on Los Angeles. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jahan Dotson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. So Kittle comes in motion. He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. And he will score. George Kittle, touchdown, 49ers. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the 49ers get back in it. It is 21-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Dallas Flowers. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently 2nd in that category.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Here's a run. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
In motion now, it's Collins. Again, it'll be Mixon. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. So Kittle comes in motion. They need 2. Here's Purdy. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Purdy going to put it up again. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. They'll go play action with Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Dell motioning over. They run on the jet sweep. He is in. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Texans. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans will extend this 3rd quarter lead. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. So Kittle comes in motion. A throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. That's over the middle to Kittle. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, San Francisco. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. On play action, Stroud to the left side and caught by Schultz.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
On the handoff, it's Mixon. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. It'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And he'll get 4 on this one, down inside the 40-yard line now. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. in trouble. Down he goes.
And I think after that last sack, we're going to see a little bit of a change in strategy by the offensive coordinator. He decided to go empty. There's no one in the backfield to help with the offensive line, pick up blitzes, and even if you have some opportunities downfield, you got to protect the quarterback first.
The Niners offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in, and it'll be a modest gain. Here is 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Samuel has it working the middle. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll drop to throw. That's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 2nd rounder.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. From the gun, here's Stroud. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive
Ball start,
line.
offense.
A second down throw for Stroud. And that is incomplete. But there is a flag down into the play.
Personal foul,
back
roughing the
by
passer,
quarterback.
defense.
Let's see.
Automatic first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Mixon. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. The Niners will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. To throw is Stroud. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
They gain 18 yards on that one. It's good for a Texans first down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The 49ers offense ready to get back to work. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. On first and 10, it's Purdy. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. Third and short. Purdy. That is caught. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Texans have it. So it's a win here for the Texans. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.